All right, Knights of Apollo. Hope you guys are ready for another siege battle, because guess what? Yeah, we got another siege battle. And this time we're in Middle Earth. And look at this. We got some Serpent Guard coming out, ready to get frisky with the enemy. So, guys, this is a big old siege. We've been here before. I forgot the name of the map, but it looks pretty cool. Got this little waterfall thing going on here. That's quaint. But yeah, it's a 3 versus 3, and there's a lot of sally out stuff going on. You got some elves here with some rangers. Look at these guys. And they're opening fire on some crossbows. So the 3 attacking armies are all Isengard. And you can kind of see on the tactical view, you got multiple armies here ready to move in. Now on the defense, it's a little bit more complicated. All right, so of course we have Harad on the battlefield who can muster the Serpent Guard. Now, it's not completely impossible for Harad to be fighting with the good guys, because Harad, they're men, right? They're not like evil creatures, you know, mutated out of elves like orcs. You know, they are men, they're free men. Well, they were at one point. Anyways, we got an aggressive play here with Serpent Guard going into the other Isengard army. But let's just say that they broke out of Sauron's his power, I suppose. Because that's basically, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but isn't it like Rune and Harad are just basically like slave allies of Sauron? I don't know if that's the correct terminology, slave. Maybe they like the alliance. I'm pretty sure there was a time when they fought against Sauron and lost, and now they have to serve him. Or they were like corrupted by the one of the Nazgul. You know, it's been a while. Anyways, doesn't matter. Nice little charge there from the Serpent Guard. You can see they're sending more and more. Look at this. Look at this. Getting feisty in here. Here comes another charge of Serpent Guard. So they're really trying to use brunt force here to chew up this Isengard force. Now back this way, the elves have actually fallen back into the city, and you can see an aggressive push by Isengard. Not a lot of siege equipment though. In fact, they left it all behind. I'm not sure why they did that. I'm not sure why they did that. Now, the balance of power is greatly in favor of Isengard, but really quick, guys, let's go ahead and look at the other factions of the defenders. So, of course, we had Harad, we have Lothlorien archers, the Galadriel archers. Look at this, Twilight Guard. These guys are sick nasty. A little bit of a skirmish going here between the two forces. And then you have the Nordlin archers. So the or they're not Nordlin, I'm sorry. They're like the Imladris. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, I had the factions fresh in my mind, and then I'm just like, I'm going blank here. Here's more Serpent Guard. You know what I've actually been I haven't gone. Usually, like, it's weird with Lord of the Rings. Oftentimes, I go through these phases where I just get so addicted to the lore. Like, every day I'm watching lore videos, and I'm just like, oh yeah, like, what was up with these guys? Let me hear lore. You know, I get into it. It's been a while since I had one of those moments, and lately I've been getting into not really. I don't know. Some of you guys might cringe from this, but I've been like getting into the Harry Potter the Harry Potter lore stuff, because it's pretty interesting. Anyways, there's a breach in the wall. Look at this. I think they blew this up with some sapers. Sorry, look at me. I'm talking about Harry Potter, and there's already a breach in the wall. But yeah, we got some elves plugging the gap. We also have a fight on the walls. We got some ladders coming up here from Isengard. They love their ladders. They certainly do. And you can see Isengard has made like a defensive square around this army here, kind of protecting them against the Serpent Guard. They are deeply afraid of the Serpent Guard. Now, over on the other side, we kind of missed it, but nothing too crazy. But what happened is, like, all these troops on the siege equipment dropped it and then ran into the forest when they saw the Serpent Guard. They're like, oh, forget this, and they ran back into the forest, which is not a terrible idea, but they kind of left their ally to get blindsided by the Serpent Guard in the center. But anyways, he's getting back on the siege equipment, and he's going to begin the assault over here. So, yeah, Isengard is going to be moving in soon. But let's get back over to the juicy part of the fighting. But yeah, Harry Potter. Every couple of years, I binge watch the movies. And I did that recently, so I was like looking up Harry Potter theories. What I love is the theories stuff, because it's like a lot of times it's really creative, like the way people come up with theories and like seeking evidence for things within the story to back up that theory. I find it really interesting, and I think sometimes people find theories that were not the author's intention, but the author just rolls with it. Like, yeah, that's what I was trying to do. You know, yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, it's pretty cool. You know, Harry Potter's, you know, it's a pretty good series, you know. I actually have never read the books. What am I doing? We're fighting a battle. We got berserkers up here. Isengard berserkers trying to hack and slash their way through. Now, so far, this has not been a great display by the Isengard armies. It's not been a great display, but the bounce power is so much in their favor. Anything's possible. But here's the thing, guys. These Elven armies, the reason the balance of power is so much in favor of the attackers is because the Elven armies are so small. And that's usually how the balance of power judges things. It judges like based on like army sizes. It has a hard time balancing the quality of troops. Nice, dude, get it. So these Elven armies are pretty stacked. They're small, but they're not outgunned, I guess. So we'll see, like, over time, hopefully, as long as the defenders don't throw this away, but a shift in the balance of power. Also, oh, nice little charge here for the Serpent Guard, getting some last-minute kills on these Mordor bow rabble. Like, yeah, I knew we shouldn't have fought with this wizard. We serve Sauron. Damn it. Sauron, they're so similar names. Two very different people, though. Two very different people. So the Serpent Guard are just pinballing around. They're trying not to stay still too long because the archers are going to focus fire on these guys. So there they go. Look at them charging in like a bunch of madmen. So let's go back over this way. Let's see. Looks like Isengard is starting to make progress here. He's made a little breach in the lines. Now he's going to charge in this Uruk-hai infantry around the flank of the elves. The flank of the elves. The flanky-panky. So nice job right there. So they should start to chip away at these elven units. But let's look at the overall defense. Also over here as well, it looks like this is about to begin. Some siege towers. Actually, they're already charging over here. This is Harad, though, the Serpent Warriors. Serpent Warriors. Unite. I love Harad. Very cool faction. Love the aesthetic. Got the Eastern aesthetic. Very cool. Very cool stuff. But yeah, they have the job of holding back. This is probably the hardest defense, considering this is the only Isengard army using all this siege equipment. Now, I don't know why they have their reinforcements so far back. They got to get them up there, because if they need any kind of support, it's going to take too long for them to get in position. It's going to be a disaster. Just a disaster. Now, back over this way, things are still going pretty decent for the elves. They're still holding quite well. Look at the balance of power. It's pretty much the same, but let's look at, honestly, let's look at this. Let's look at this honestly. Look at the balance of power. So, the attackers started with almost 10,000 troops, which is fitting because they're Isengard. They're now down to 6,200. The elves started with elves in Harad. They started with 3,380. And now they're down to 2,800. So less than 1,000 have died, but they've killed, what? Like almost 4,000. A little less than like 3,600. Like, that's crazy. Maybe, no, even less than that. 6,000. Whatever. They've killed more, okay? Math is hard. All right? Don't judge me, you jerks. All right, so they're pushing up more infantry up on the walls. They are going to be able to counterflank Isengard here and maintain a little bit of a foothold. Is this the Twilight God? Oh, no, it's Haldir. It's Haldir. It's the general. So that's going to be a real pain. So, yeah, I don't know why they abandoned the siege towers back here. This is definitely going to make it challenging for them. And, oh, look at this archer position here. You see this? There's the Twilight God. We are the Twilight God. We are the Twilight God. Imagine being immortal. Okay, imagine that for a second. You know how freaking good you'd be at things? You'd just be so good at so many things. Because you have infinite time to get good at them. You know? Because, like, what I do for, like, a hobby, like, on the weekends, like, I golf. Yeah, I'm a golfer. Yeah, I know. I know. Sue me. But I thought, you know, one day, because I'm a nerd, I'm thinking, you know, if I was an elf, I could practice golf every day, all day, for, like, eternity. And I would be so freaking good. Like, I would be so good at golf. You know, I'd be like eagling every... Maybe not eagling everything, but like almost eagle. Okay, I'm not going to explain golf to you, but I would do really well. And that's true for anything. Drawing, archery, sword fighting. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's why the elves are so good. Anyways, Isengard's really struggling there. They just had a huge amount of troops break. They're now charging the gate. They actually neutralized the gate, but you're charging into these spears. This is not smart. This is kind of cool because they'll hold here forever. Look at this. This is kind of cool. Seeing the berserkers trying to muscle their way through this. Get it. Get it. So they're doing their best to hold there. There's a little pocket of fighting here, which the elves are handling more than efficiently. And then Harad's still Harading around. No, Harad's still doing good. I mean, they're going with the serpent. All I see is serpent soldiers. Got the serpent guards, serpent warriors, serpent spearmen. Yeah. Yeah. So back over this way, more Isengard trying to muster their way in. Now we got the Numenorians, or the Adonka. I don't know how to pronounce it, honestly. I'm sorry. But they're a two-handed sworded unit, and they look awesome. And they're just like slicing Uruk-hai heads off. Look at them go. They're like, get out of here. They're spitting on them. Get out of here. You ain't welcome here. We don't take too kindly to Uruk-hai. As you should. Anyways, nice little stand right there. That's actually the general of Harad. A little bit of a fight going on here, but my goodness, dude. The Serpent Guard are chewing up units. Isengard's got to send up more forces. They've got to send up more. So hopefully they do. Hopefully they do. Now back over this way, it looks like the elves are going to win here. Still, the balance of power is greatly in favor of the elves. Can you believe it? We're down to 12 minutes left in the battle. Let's look at the kills here as we watch this assault. The attackers are now down to 3,400. The defenders are at 1,800. So it's not like the elves are invincible. They are certainly losing troops. Look at this fight. Oof. Imagine charging into that. Would you want to charge into that? I don't think so. The few but powerful That's cool. I just love how cinematic this game is, you know? Get some cool shots. But yeah, Isengard continuously pushing, continuously fighting. Here comes another charge of infantry. Right into the flank. Isengard, it's just, they haven't had any luck. They just haven't. The problem is they're not using enough siege equipment. That's really the biggest problem. We got just, what is going on down here? We got archers just chilling. Look at these kills. 217 kills. Because they just sat here and shot at these poor Urukai. This is racist. No, but seriously, this is murder. Like, this is not even a fair fight. Isengard, please. Okay, here we go. Here, hold on. Isengard is breaking through over here. Good job. They need a quick... Oh, here we go. They just broke through over here. Leave it to the non-elves to start breaking. You know the smug elves are like, oh, did you hear Harad is breaking? They're like, ugh, typical. Typical. They're not immortal like us and have infinite amount of time to practice. Stupid elves. God, I hate elves. I hate elves. I hate the elf on the shelf. I hate the elves that make cookies. Actually, I like those elves. They make some good cookies. I like the... I hate the elves that fix your shoes in the middle of the night. Damn elves. I hate the elves in Harry Potter, which are just like house slaves. And they love it. Oh, dude. What is the... Here's a leave a comment moment for you guys. Oh, by the way, it looks like elves are coming over this way to support. Yeah, we got some elves coming over to support Harad. Try to prevent this flank from breaking. But anyways, let me know in the comments below what rendition of elf is the strangest. You know, in like fantasy. It could be whatever. It could be Warhammer. It could be Harry Potter. It could be Lord of the Rings. It could be, you know, whatever. It could be a cookie company. What story or lore or recreation of an elf that is the strangest in your opinion? Is it the cookie elves that live in a tree and make cookies? I know there's got to be some weird elves out there, you know. There's got to be. Nice. Got some berserkers fighting up here. Let's go back over to the other side because it honestly looks like they're going to win on this side. I don't understand the logic. Like, this unit's probably racking up kills. 127. What is the logic behind this assault? Why did they not use the towers? Because if they used the towers, they could have attacked at the gate and beyond. They could have attacked these walls. They could have forced the defenders to have to use multiple units instead of just one unit. So Isengard, you know, and look at their mass breaking over here. The balance of power is almost about to shift to even. There's still about double, no, less than double, but still a lot of Isengard troops. But if they don't do something quick here, this is going to be an Elven massacre. Well, no, it's going to be an Urukai massacre by the hands of the elves. Nice. So this has been a rough assault for Isengard. Now, over here, they're kind of doing the same thing, but at least this time they have pikemen, so this kind of makes sense. This kind of works. But they got a bunch of pikes going up the gates. Elves are running in the forest. Typical elves running around in the forest. You know? Urukai archers about to get chewed up by these elves. Very cool. So yeah, it looks like Isengard is on the verge of collapse here. This is not good. This is not good if you're an Isengard stan. If you're an Isengard stan, you're probably, you know, rolling your eyes. You probably turned off the video by now, you know. You're like, forget it. Leaving angry comment. You know, these players don't know how to attack. If I was Isengard, I'd win. Which is, you know, you probably do a better job, but yeah, we got some White Hand Stormers coming up. I mean, there's a sizable force here. They've got the general here. It's possible. I think the archers are out of ammo, so they don't have to worry about why is there archers running in like this? Okay, it's just a bunch of like lurtzes. Okay, it's just they all look like lurts with the snooky hair. They look like they have Snooki hair, or Snooki looks like she had Isengard hair. Anyways, I digress. Let's go back over to this side. And yeah, we've got the Sally out. This is like, I hate to say it so early, but this is the nail in the coffin, guys. So you might be like thinking, well, what the heck? Isengard, that was a terrible assault. Well, it kind of was, but this replay was a test. All right? It's a test because I saw that Dawnless, I don't know if Dawnless Days added this patch. It's like a sub mod, but so okay, let me rewind here, okay? Let me first say that these replays have a tendency of crashing and not working. Like the majority of the replays do not work. Okay? So there's a patch that says like crash fix for Dawnless Days, and this replay crashed without the patch. I downloaded the submod or whatever, the patch on the workshop, tried it, and it worked. And it worked, and the replay is here. So this replay is more or less a test, but this is so exciting because honestly, guys, I would get the replays of this game on their Discord, and about 80% of the time the replay would not work. Now, if this continues to work, we're gonna see everything. Everything. Why are the pikemen looking the wrong way? Anyways, the patch is this little submod thing is working. It helps make the replays work. The only thing I was worried about was like a desync. And by the way, this is not a desync. This is just, the pikes can be stupid sometimes. But yeah, the replays work, and this was a pretty dominant defense by the elves. You know, it's nice just to have Dawnless Day replay, because I know what some of you guys are going to say. You're going to be like, this battle sucked. It was one-sided the whole time. You might be right, but it's hard to get Dawnless Days replays, and whenever I can get one, I'm happy. So just be happy, you ungrateful sons of... All right, I won't go. Okay, I need to calm down. But yeah, this is stupid joke. This looks like the end of Isengard. And we'll just go ahead and fast forward because this is kind of silly. I don't know what Isengard's doing. Like, holy crap. This is what happens when you spawn Urukai from the dirt and you expect them to go fight in like, what, a couple months? They had no proper military academy training. You know, they didn't learn they didn't learn from the greats. You know, they just like, me go kill man. You know, that's charge. You know, that's about their knowledge of military excellence, you know, of tactics. Me charge with my friends. You know, they didn't go to proper school, guys. And that's why it's important to stay in school. All right? So stay in school, everyone. Say no to drugs. And yeah. That's the life lesson there. What is going on? What is going on? This just needs to end. Can they just send some units outside and flank and surround these sons of guns? I mean, what is this? What is this? All right, we're down to a minute, so I could edit this out, but you know what? I'm just like hanging out with you guys. I don't want you to go. I don't want you to leave. Because I know we're at the end of the video, but shucks, guys. You know? Like, if I stop recording, that means I have to go do real life things. And I don't really want to. I just want to sit here and play games with you guys, you know? I don't want to do real life. Real life sucks. All right. There you go. They still have ammo, by the way. That's brutal. Usually the ammo goes by pretty quick, but they might have resupply areas. Anyways, a Pyrrhic victory, my ass. Let's end this replay and look at the results. So this was sent in by Egg of the Simply, and this was sent in the Dauntless Days Discord, which I have linked down in the video description. And this is just some elven racism here. Just showing the dominance of the elves. Look at all these kills here. Look how little the armies are. Absolutely stunning. Look at that, 233. Like, that's crazy. Harad even kicks some ass, too. And then Isengard, man. You got to use, like, the siege equipment. Like, what was that? Got to use the siege equipment. But, hey, good news. This was a test, okay? This was a test to see if the little patch thing works, and it does. There was no desync. This was awesome, and hopefully we'll be able to watch more battle replays. Yeah, it's gonna be cool, guys. It's gonna be cool. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a lot of fun, and I'll see you guys next time on the battlefield.